Well, they make up about a fifth of the Singapore workforce, but for millennials, a job is so much more than just a paycheck and a title. In the first of a four-part series, Vanessa Lim looks at what drives two young journalists as they churn out the news during the crisis of a generation.
Pushing videos like this is work for Brian Sim. And, in a curious way, the newly minted social media editor at Today has the pandemic to thank for the career opportunity. As COVID-19 draws more eyeballs to news outlets worldwide, the 34-year-old has been given free rein to develop content that appeals to young consumers.
It's very exciting to be able to have the room and the leeway to try different types of content and to see what works, and to have bosses who understand that something is not working and then we move on from there. We try something different after that.
Despite being a journalist for nearly a decade, it's been a steep learning curve.
When we put out our content, we realize that, it doesn't work. We don't get a healthy number of views, and it's disappointing, right? But I think what we take from it is, okay, we didn't do so well this time, so we try again. Is there something else that works better?
What about something that's trending on Instagram?
Everybody is doing this thing called aquascaping. So me and my colleague Raj, we tried it too and we enjoyed it. So why not do a story on it, right?
Nabila Awang is just starting her career in journalism.
I think there are a lot of challenges that young reporters face. You have to know people on the ground. You have to get your news source, kind of create a network where you can tap, for stories. Being a young reporter also gives you an added advantage because a lot of us utilize social media often. I'm always active. I'm always active on my Facebook, on my Instagram, on Twitter. And I feel that when you're a bit more savvy, people open up better to you, and the young readers can also relate to the stories that you write. This year, COVID happened, and then it was followed by, a slate of retrenchments. When you listen to all these stories, you tend to absorb them. And sometimes you don't know who to talk to, who to, share, because these are stories that people, unload on you. There are times when I want to give up. I'm not going to lie. There are bad days, and there are days where things are just, things just don't fall into place. I think a lot of young people in general feel that the younger generation don't really have much grit. But I feel that it's maybe my responsibility as part of this generation to prove otherwise, or to show that we are more than what meets the eye.
And Today, which is celebrating its 20th anniversary this year, is giving a platform for these young voices to be heard. In the meantime, Nabila is on the prowl for news stories and interesting subjects.
So we have arrived in our second location, and we are going to find people to interview. Are you tired, Raj?
I'll live.
He'll live.
And we go again.
Now, for 2 decades, Today has been giving Singapore a fresh take on the news. And it all began on this day in the year 2000. So, happy birthday from all of us at CNA. Now, tomorrow, we find out how young adults are learning outside of the classroom as they find their footing in the real world.